Imagine a bear standing 14 feet tall, staring down at you from a height that dwarfs elephants. Now picture this massive predator weighing nearly 2 tons, heavier than most carnivorous dinosaurs that ever lived. For millions of years, dinosaurs held the undisputed crown as Earth's largest land animals. Then they vanished. Into this emptiness stepped an unexpected challenger, mammals. During the Pleistocene Epoch, these warm-blooded upstarts grew to dimensions that rivaled the ancient reptilian titans. Among them stalked the most formidable predator the Americas had ever seen, a bear so massive it could hunt prey the size of rhinoceros. Tonight, we journey back to the Ice Age, when giants walked the frozen earth, when survival meant size, when bears ruled continents. The Age of Giants returns. 66 million years ago, an asteroid erases the dinosaurs from existence in catastrophic fire. For tens of millions of years afterward, mammals remain relatively small, living in dinosaurs' enormous shadows. But then 2.5 million years ago, Earth enters the Pleistocene Epoch, and everything changes dramatically. The planet plunges into cycles of glaciation and warming that will define this era completely. Massive ice sheets advance and retreat across continents, transforming landscapes beyond recognition with each cycle. And in response to these brutal conditions, mammals begin evolving to unprecedented sizes once again. Scientists call them the Pleistocene Megafauna, oversized mammals that dominated every ecosystem from pole to pole. Mammoths with curved tusks stretching 4 meters march across frozen tundras in thundering herds. Giant ground sloths, as large as modern elephants, browse on trees in temperate forests. Mastodons, dire wolves, saber-toothed cats. The list of gigantic mammals seems almost endless. But one animal rises above them all as perhaps the most fearsome predator ever to terrorize mammals. In 1852, fossil hunters working in South American deposits make a discovery that will puzzle scientists. They unearth massive bones belonging to a bear unlike anything living in a modern world. Nearly 3 decades pass before German paleontologist Hermann Burmeister formally names it in 1880, Arctotherium. The name means bear beast, but this simple description fails to capture its truly monstrous proportions. At first glance, Arctotherium resembled modern bears with rounded ears and seemingly short snouts. But that short snout was an optical illusion created by an unusually deep skull structure. Standing on all fours, this bear reached 5.5 to 6 feet at the shoulder. When it reared on its hind legs, Arctotherium towered 14 feet tall, higher than polar bears today. To put this in perspective, it could peer directly over the back of an African elephant. Height alone doesn't tell the complete story of Arctotherium's dominance and terrifying physical presence. Mammals pack incredible density into their bodies, and this bear was extraordinarily heavy for its size. Conservative estimates place its weight between 1,000 and 1,700 kilograms, roughly 2,200 to 3,700 pounds. Some exceptional individuals may have reached 2,042 kilograms, which equals nearly 4,500 pounds of muscle. To understand how massive that truly is, consider that the largest Arctotherium outweighed Allosaurus dinosaurs. That's right. This Ice Age mammal exceeded the weight of one of the Jurassic's apex predators. Evolution had created something unprecedented, a bear that could genuinely rival the dinosaurs in sheer mass. Kingdom of Ice and Grass. Arctotherium's domain stretched across Central and South America for over 2.5 million years of existence. From 2.6 million years ago until just 10,000 years ago, these giants ruled their continents. The landscape they inhabited was radically different from the tropical regions we associate with South America. As the Ice Age intensified, the continent grew progressively cooler and drier with each passing millennium. Coniferous forests replaced tropical jungles, while vast grasslands spread like golden oceans across ancient plains. In the far south, tundra environments stretched endlessly beneath skies gray with gathering storm clouds. This harsh, unforgiving world teemed with megafauna in numbers difficult to imagine in our modern era. Mammoths and mastodons browsed on sparse vegetation, their curved tusks digging through snow for food. Giant ground sloths moved slowly through forests, reaching branches 20 feet above the frozen ground. Glyptodons, armadillo relatives the size of small cars, grazed in herds across open grassland terrain. Saber-toothed cats stalked through underbrush with fangs that could pierce the thickest hide imaginable. And terror birds, flightless predators standing 10 feet tall, ran down prey with frightening speed. This incredible diversity resulted from one of Earth's most significant geological events, the Great Interchange. 3 million years ago, the Isthmus of Panama rose from the sea, connecting two isolated continents. For the first time in tens of millions of years, North and South America became one landmass. Species flooded across this new bridge, migrating in both directions and transforming ecosystems completely overnight. Arctotherium's ancestors traveled southward from North America, entering a continent filled with unfamiliar prey and predators. Here, they found enormous herbivores that had evolved in complete isolation for millions of years. The opportunities for a massive predator were unlimited, and Arctotherium diversified rapidly into multiple species. The earliest and largest South American species was Arctotherium angustidens, a truly apocalyptic predator. This massive subspecies inhabited southern regions, claiming its place among the continent's top apex hunters. Its prey list reads like a who's who of Ice Age megafauna found nowhere else on Earth. Equids, ancient relatives of horses, fell victim to ambush attacks from this patient, calculating hunter. Camelids, relatives of modern llamas and camels, provided rich sources of protein and fat reserves. Tapirs, ground sloths, and armored glyptodons all appeared on this bear's extensive menu of prey. Even gomphotheres, elephant relatives with 4 tusks, weren't safe from Arctotherium's devastating hunting prowess and power. Perhaps most impressively, fossil evidence suggests they hunted toxodon, a rhinoceros-sized mammal weighing over a ton. When hunting proved unsuccessful, Arctotherium readily scavenged, driving smaller predators from their hard-earned kills with intimidation. Its habitat consisted mainly of open plains with scattered forests, landscapes resembling modern Argentina quite closely. Picture vast grasslands stretching to distant horizons beneath enormous skies heavy with migrating bird flocks. This was Arctotherium's kingdom, and for hundreds of thousands of years, nothing seriously challenged its reign. Changing times, changing giants. But even the mightiest predators cannot resist the relentless pressures of evolutionary change and competition. By the Middle Pleistocene, approximately 500,000 years ago, something fundamental begins shifting across South America. The massive Arctotherium angustidens mysteriously vanishes from the fossil record without clear explanation or warning. In its place, smaller species emerge as the South American predator community becomes increasingly diverse. New competitors arrive from the north: pumas, saber-toothed cats, and possibly even early human hunters. These immigrants force ecological shifts that fundamentally alter how predators interact and compete for dwindling resources. Arctotherium responds to these pressures by diversifying into 4 distinct smaller species across different ecological niches. Each new species adapted to specific environments, avoiding direct competition through specialization and geographic separation. The final species, Arctotherium wingei, represents perhaps the most remarkable transformation in the entire lineage. Living in northern tropical rainforests, this bear was tiny compared to its gigantic ancestors' massive forms. weighing only 50 to 150 kilograms, roughly 110 to 330 pounds. It was barely larger than black bears. Even more surprising, fossil evidence indicates Arctotherium wingei had become predominantly herbivorous over evolutionary time. This dramatic shift from fearsome apex predator to peaceful plant eater occurred in just a few hundred millennia. When Arctotherium wingei died out approximately 10,000 years ago, the modern spectacled bear inherited its niche. Interestingly, this smallest species shows many ancestral traits, suggesting it represented an ancient lineage surviving remarkably late. Poor fossil preservation in tropical environments may have hidden its existence for most of its evolutionary history. Across different species, evidence suggests varied lifestyles adapted perfectly to their specific environments and available resources. Some may have lived in family groups, similar to modern bears in forested regions today. Fossil dens indicate possible quasi-hibernation during harsh seasons, allowing survival through brutal Ice Age winters. Meanwhile, North America hosted its own short-faced bears belonging to the closely related genus Arctodus. Often confused with their southern cousins, these bears belong to the same subfamily and live contemporaneously. Two primary species divided North America's ecosystems between them based on size and hunting strategies. Arctodus pristinus, the lesser short-faced bear, occupied eastern forests with more moderate dimensions and behavior. But Arctodus simus, the greater short-faced bear, rivaled Arctotherium in sheer size and predatory prowess. Standing 5 feet 6 inches at the shoulder and weighing approximately 950 kilograms or 2,000 pounds. It hunted across western North America, stalking prey through grasslands and forests with calculated patience. Like its southern cousin, Arctodus simus represented the pinnacle of Ice Age mammalian predator evolution. Together, these short-faced bears ruled the Americas for over 2 million years of geological time. Then, approximately 10,000 years ago, both genera vanished as the Pleistocene Epoch drew to a close. Climate change, human hunting pressure, and prey extinction combined to end the era of giant bears. The extinction of short-faced bears marked the end of an extraordinary chapter in Earth's history. Never again would bears reach such staggering dimensions or dominate continents so completely. Yet their legacy endures in every modern bear species, carrying genetic echoes of those Ice Age titans. They proved that mammals could indeed rival dinosaurs in size and ferocity, that survival sometimes demands becoming a giant, that evolution never stops experimenting with life's possibilities, creating wonders beyond imagination.